Hello and welcome into Sorare with Laird. I'm Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdino on Sorare. Joining this Tuesday, as always, by Harry Trades. I say that after you missed last week.
I did miss last week, didn't I? Why did I miss last? Oh yeah, COVID.
Yeah, you were on your deathbed,
Yeah, yeah. I've been struggling.
but you've been
Um,
resurrected. Resurrected. And to be
apparently
honest,
so. Yeah.
I was sick too. You got me sick somehow.
I think everyone's been sick in one way or the other the last couple of weeks. So yeah, I'm just thankful to be on the other end of it.
That's right. That's right. Thanks everyone for coming in. If you are here right now live, and we are greatly appreciative of everyone who is, you are either a member of the Laird Social Club or the Harry Trades YouTube channel. And a little crossover member event we've got going on here, something.
Yeah, I
I don't
didn't think
know.
this was possible, to be honest, until you messaged me this morning. As in, like, I just didn't even think that would could be a thing. But yeah, I guess unlisted, the beauty of unlisted videos or streams.
The A wise man once said anything is possible, Harry. And
Yeah,
so
that's true.
here we are. Here we go. Ryan Walter, first in, way to be. Mike Baston and Dobbsy on the podium. Congratulations to you three. A little colder today, so Mike has his pants on. Alex said the Florian Wirtz will be good at Liverpool crowd. Number one for egg on their face on the things I got wrong. And I love this line. Ryan Walter said, I got that wrong, but I don't play Prem, so it doesn't matter. Love that. Kira Lumo, hello. Thanks for coming in. Sean Kennedy, Fraxy, Dobbsy, sick of watching Wales. I've been. How could you? How could you? Or are they just struggling?
After 7 goals conceded in the last three, there's calls for certain things to change, which is fine. I get it.
Little Harry Trades managerial spot coming up.
I've applied. Joking.
We are waiting with bated breath. So Roberto, what's up? Callum, thanks for coming in. Appreciate all of you guys. If you are watching this back because you were ineligible or just, not a member of one of our communities, you should become a member. Go over to the Harry Trades YouTube channel. The link is in the description of this video on YouTube. Actually, we're not going anywhere but YouTube today. Become a member there. And while you're there, then finish all that and then go over patreon.com/AndrewLaird. Link also in the bio. And
Did
you
you
can
know?
become a member of the Laird Social Club. So, Harry, what we got wrong about
Cool.
Sorare 26, my list is not that long, but mostly because I haven't been, I didn't make all of these, grand announcements, but I got some that hurt.
You made a list?
I mean, here. It made it here.
A mental list. Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way you wrote anything down.
No, come on. Actually, I say that. I have been writing things down lately during streams.
Wow.
Let's see. There was something I had the other day. Where is it here? Oh, that was for football.fun. Hold on. I don't know. I wrote something down.
Nah, yeah, honestly, I was trying to think about it the last couple of, whenever you told me about the stream title yesterday, I've definitely got things wrong, but similar to what Ryan said, I didn't put my money where my mouth was, which is a kind of a good thing in some ways. In other ways, I kind of did. But specifically, maybe the Vert one, right? Everyone assumed that he would just smash and whatever. Luckily, I didn't buy one. It is what it is. It obviously happens
You
on the
just
flip end.
bought one.
Yeah, but classic. Come on, I traded it. I didn't buy it. But nah, I bought it after the fact that we know he's dust.
Yeah.
So
If agreed, had you done it in
know.
August, that would have been a things I got wrong. Although
Right.
I feel like this is the beginning of did I get this perfectly? And he just comes back.
Did I time this perfectly?
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be great. But yeah, I'm not holding my breath. But no, as far as what I got wrong, it was definitely maybe not attacking limited. And I mean, just going for it at the start. I mean, basically doing what Deke did. There's no reason why I shouldn't have done something like that. Not maybe in Bundes, wherever. Yeah, but then I don't know. Maybe I was just sort of put off at the fact that well, if I don't hit it, then I'm left with these cards. Obviously, I could sell them, but what does the loss look like? Maybe not being ballsy enough. Maybe in either scarcity actually, in rare or limited. In certain scenarios, did I spread myself too thin? Did I maybe play too many? Yeah, too many comps at the start. I think there's definitely conversations. Sorry, paper trades. To be sort of talk through with all that stuff. But overall, like I'm happy with what I've done, but I definitely, yeah, maybe weren't as like potent as maybe I should have been. But it's
Mhm.
easy to say now in hindsight. So
If you had given me a month to think about this, I don't think I would have put on a list for you like he wished
same.
he played limited.
I mean, I don't think not we didn't because obviously people did, but like as somebody that just have always wanted to play rare and above because limited didn't even come out when we started playing. Like not to say that doesn't mean I can't jump on, but like yeah, there's never been a deal with the whole streak thing to where like it made it that lucrative. Like the fact there's like $5,000 flying about in certain competitions, on certain streaks. There was never a reason before. Not that you couldn't win a lot of money, of course you could, but like in that scenario where you're not playing against other people, it's a
Yeah.
different ball game. And I maybe didn't grasp that or yeah weren't willing to do what was needed to make that happen. Now maybe I can rectify that next year if they do something similar, but I'm not holding my breath. But like yeah, I definitely was too conservative. I think in that area anyway.
Yeah, I did think that if you were somebody who is playing rare to for the streaks, like obviously we're all playing to finish as highly as possible. But if the idea was like I want to do really well in the streaks, I kind of always had this thought that if you were trying to do it in rare, it made sense to almost copy the plan in limited, and you could almost for the amount of money that you're going to spend, it obviously getting into limited is cheaper, but you can like work on collections a little better when you're with limited and whatnot. And so I do kind of feel like if you're somebody who's going after it in rare, you may as well do it in limited also. And that's easy to say because it's like, do I buy another 2 or 3 limited or rare cards, or do I get a limited collection or whatnot? But it, I think the the streak thing is tough for me because, or like the thing that I feel like I got wrong was literally going after League On like right away. And part of the reason why I was so confident about League On is because we were using those cards last year in Champ, and it just made it a little easy. Like it just made sense to me. And so I was like, oh, I'll just do them again. And I think the thing I got wrong was choosing one of the harder leagues to do it. And I was joking to you before, like the price that I paid, I think in the thumbnail, like that's the price chart from Kendry Paez, and I bought like a couple Kendry Paez's early. I got two of them. I think surely one was a mistake. I don't know why I bought two. Maybe I was probably DCA, and that's even worse. But it's like buying a bunch of limited early to play the streets and choosing a league that probably isn't worth playing. And now I'm trying to rectify that. Maybe maybe I'm going to have a things I'm still getting wrong stream, but I don't know. It feels like the early prices you pay for limited, as I'm like comparing it to now, as I'm still buying cards, is just like you get hit pretty quickly with like this is what you've risked by going in early.
100%. The issue with what I guess both of us didn't do in other comps, such as Bundesliga and La Liga. The problem with that, though, if we're looking back and to make ourselves feel a bit better, is that like you had to buy the best of the best and multiple of them if you really wanted to go for that 5K. Fact. Nobody really cheaped their way into any of those.
Yeah.
Like, let's just have it real. Nobody did. Because, shock horror, good cards win good prizes, right? But like you obviously needed fixtures to fall onto that. The Bundesliga, that Bayern fixture that week, bar the Kimmich, obviously went nuts for the Werder Bremen fixture. And yeah, obviously in some people did it in Spain as well, with obviously combinations of Barca Real. I saw some, Betis boys do it as well, which is fair play. But like yeah, if you were gonna do that, looking back, I would have had to have gone all out, and those prices weren't cheap, even in
No.
limited, right? Like and I don't. It felt like Deke did it a bit later, in a way, or was I just? I
That
can't
what being able
remember.
to cheapen?
No, not cheap in, just like buy Bundesliga limited. Like it felt like he didn't do it right at the start, did he?
Who?
Somehow, Deke, but he must have,
Oh,
right?
yeah, he
Because
must have because
yeah,
yeah,
because
you
you
have to
had to
buy
play
that.
it all. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe you just weren't talking about it in our little group chat. You know what I'm saying? Because like
I don't
it felt like he
I
was
don't
on
think
streak five
he
out of nothing.
yeah, I don't think he Bayerned the first couple steps. I think that's why.
Fine. Yeah. Fair. So he obviously got progressively stronger, I guess. And yeah, you could probably get away with the first couple of streaks, but from like three onwards, you basically need to buy the best cards, for that matchup, for that weekend. Simple as. Like you had to.
Yeah, so like what you were saying about Betis, like nobody got to streak 5 without
with
Barcelona.
just
You
oh
know,
no,
it's like
no
you
chance.
couldn't do it. And I think what was that on Sorare Spotlight? I might have done it where I was like looking at the lineups that people played, and you're right. It's like,
Yeah,
how do you get to streak 5 in La Liga? You play Barcelona stacks. How do you get there in Bundesliga? You play Bayern with maybe like a Mittelstadt somewhere or something like that.
right.
But it's like you're right. It is just like trying to blast the best cards, and that's something that I've been trying to do in Challenger. The problem is that like those cards aren't as good as Bayern and Barcelona in their leagues. At least they haven't been yet. Hopefully that turns, I guess. But it's I don't know. It looks easy. I think that's the worst part. Like when you just buy the
Yeah.
best cards but it's like that's what's worked so far.
Like I wonder what roughly the average. So for everyone that hit the 5K, let's just call it, like what was their spend in that comp? That would be an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Like, was it 1.5K? Was it 2K? Was it a grant? Like, was it just 1,000? Like, I don't act like, yeah, none of us obviously know until maybe someone in the chat knows. They've done it themselves. But obviously we could speak to Deke. But like, yeah, I wonder what the actual outlay was. Because yeah, there was obviously something there which we kind of missed for whatever reason. But like you went for the French stuff. I mean, like we knew the Prem was going to be tough, right? You were just kind of unlucky that you picked the next worst one, league wise. I mean, like, but like you say that, we say that though. PSG could have easily just PSG'd.
I
You
guess,
know,
yeah.
I know you didn't buy too many PSG guys, but you do have some like Hakimi class. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do have exposure to them, Kavicius and stuff. So like it wasn't out of the realm that like if they were just popping, like you could have went on a little run, maybe not like full PSG run, but a run. And it looks, in another day, another week, it looks better and you look like a genius. But yeah, Bundesliga, La Liga, yeah, we're kind of just proved right there, aren't we? Really,
Yeah.
like we kind of knew that like that was probably going to be the case. Did we think Bundesliga was going to be like? I mean, I don't know how to differentiate them, but it feels like Bundesliga was easier than La Liga, right? Or no?
Way more people got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Would have I said that though? Because I would have just maybe thought like Bayern, Barca Real, like that. They're so dominant, but then you go, well, there's just less goals and stuff in La Liga on average every season. Does that, deter, yeah, the streakers? And I guess it did, but I would have probably gave it like maybe 60-40, where in actuality it's probably 80-20, wasn't it? In favor of like
Yeah.
Bundes boys? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's just funny
Yeah.
because even like the La Liga ones, once you got to the end, it was like, oh, he went Courtois Courtois. Trying to think of who this popular defender was.
I mean, either Corretsas, I don't know, actually. They don't really have one, do they?
Yeah, maybe not, but it was whoever was whether it was Koundé or whatever,
Militao,
or not.
maybe.
No, Militao was hurt for a little bit.
Oh, was he?
Maybe he wasn't. I don't know. But then it was like,
Yeah.
it was a combination, and then it was like Pedri, Yamal, and Mbappe or something like that. And you're just like, oh, all right,
Of course.
That's
Like,
how you-
yeah.
Sorry, go into the chat for a little bit. Have you lowered your camera, or have the chair's legs eroded somewhere? I think I haven't touched anything, so I don't know.
You're below
I think
sea
it's like
level now.
We're never wrong. We're just maybe not right yet.
That's fair.
Me personally, I think the amount of doom and gloom towards this season back in the summer has been wrong. Loving it so far. That's fair. I didn't really think about that, of like the number of people who thought everything was going to be awful, and people seem to be having a really good time with it. Yeah, I love this natural born talent on Trades Junior.
I wonder. I know he's doing well, to be fair. What was I going to say then? I guess one thing I definitely got wrong. I don't know whether. I guess we all were quite negative on it, but like the super and unique combination, I think that was something that like we thought would be like catastrophic. Which it might have been for certain people playing this game that were like a lot higher up than us and whatever. Like Pranksy, Pranksy's in your Discord. Like he's not exactly like he wins, but there's a few moments in there which we're all entitled to. But not saying his aren't entitled, but like he's basically saying like I don't think he's won a super rare comp, he said, or something mad like that.
So I will say that early on, he said that, and he was like, the worst part of the combination is basically my unique lineups are not going to be as powerful as the super rare ones because of collection bonus and the number of them that are there, and like the advantage. And Behab said this very early on, like immediately after the announcement. That was kind of like the reason people play unique is to not have to play against people with super rares. But I do remember Bambi won. I can't remember which competition it was, But Bambi won it early on. Might have been JPL. I don't remember what it was, but he won one early and won like an absurd amount of money because of the unique bonuses. And Pranksy kind of was like, yeah, early in the season, it's easy because people don't have as many, don't have as big collections when it comes to super rare. And so early on, unique is where you can win it. But I think from an in-season perspective, I don't think Pranksy has won a competition yet. And I feel like I'm going to say that and I'll get a message from him later on, be like, oh, I've won 17 of them. I just haven't won enough of them.
Right.
But yeah, Dobbs, I think he won like $11,000. Yeah, it was a lot. It was one of those that you were like, I didn't
It
know
was
you could
Celtic. It was like
Celtic.
Cameron Carter Vickers, like unique, and then like another unique, and then like a classic one. It was. I'm pretty sure it was one of them situations. He did.
Challenge.
Someone did do it in Belgium as well, pretty early on. It might have been that Kev P or something. You know
Okay.
his name? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just
Yeah.
playing Belgium, I think. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Pranksy said that, and you just go, and it just kind of made me think, like, yeah, wow, like that obviously is interesting because he obviously has some massive cards and collections and stuff, and all I ever see is him just eating DMPs, which we all do. But you know, it just like he seems to eat them a lot, just because maybe he posts them or whatever. But
I think you like feel his more because he was like, oh, if this guy had just played 1 minute, I would have won $10,000. And
yeah,
instead I got nothing. Like,
there's just
oh,
a lot more on the line, I guess. But
yeah.
yeah, maybe that's something that we got wrong, if you want to call it that, in a way.
Mhm.
As far as like my experiences, like I feel like I got what I got right was like don't spend on stars really early, especially in rare, especially ones that maybe like the Vert is probably a really good example of like a star moving over a different league, different, we've always said that like it's just dodgy buying cards that go to a new league, right? Like standard, like that's just a thing. It's not just
It
an MLS thing. Like
yeah, it was one of those where everybody said it and they were like, being in a new league in a new country is very hard, but Verts will be fine. Or like Verts is going to be the guy who like doesn't, and like he hasn't. He's
yeah, it just hasn't done it. And I'm sure there's other ones we can think of, but he's the obvious one because I like that first card went for like 1,600. Like I just remember the rare going for something crazy, like £1,600 or dollars or something of that nature. And
yeah,
yeah,
$1,600 was the
and he
first one.
went for more as well after that. And like start of the season, did I really even have that sort of ETH to like flow around? I don't even think I did. So like, yeah, I couldn't have even made that mistake maybe if I tried. But like, yeah, I just think taking your time on stars and stuff is normally a good way to go. But the issue is in those certain leagues, like your single league comps, it's quite hard to navigate without most of them, or in some capacity. Whereas like you go challenger, like you can just find little gems now and again if you're lucky, and you buy enough £10 rares that like two or three might turn into like L15 of 60s type. But you just might get lucky. Like I got one of those probably out of yeah probably 10 that I bought early on from Motherwell, for example. That doesn't really happen in the Prem.
Oh
Like
yeah,
okay, a little example. Like I bought Brooks for like £5 in season, early on after watching him at the summer series, and now he's like captain of Bournemouth. I know he hasn't been unbelievable, but he's put like 30 A's together sometimes and like a little DA here and there. Like I'm not saying he's viable, but like there was little like James Garner's probably a really good one because I
yeah.
almost bought his for like £30, but I was like I don't want to play Prem, and now he's gone on to probably be like £100 card. Um, like I'm not saying there isn't opportunities. There clearly is, but like they're just less known and there's just less of them. Like there's just less of those type of players. But like he went down to something cheap, I thought. Like I almost got one for like 30. Oh yeah, but a bit more than that, I would say. Yeah, about £30. I was like, do I do it sort of thing? Yeah, it was around this time for sure. And I was just like, I don't play Prem. Like, why do I need a James Garner? Like,
Yeah.
I had a Brooks. I was like, oh, what happens? Well, I might win a card. I didn't really win any Prem in seasons. And yeah, the rest is history, I guess. But he's been like insane, really.
I have a Garner classic, and I almost like never play it, and I don't know why.
I mean, I could go in champion.
I think. Hold on, is it?
Is it Jersey Mint?
Sure is.
Of course it's Jersey Mint.
Jersey Mint launch edition.
Launch edition, yeah.
Why is this card not $1,000?
I know. I mean, someone will offer it to you, I think, at some point.
1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Alex said I got Tottenham smash it. Yeah, but it's so hard now. Like, we know Prem is tough anyway, and then like guessing which Prem team are gonna do it outside of like your obvious ones. But then I don't even think Liverpool and that really smashed, did they? Like, no one really like smashed for 5 games.
Awful.
Salah's been hot, yeah, hot and cold. He kept getting like really late DAs, which were like saving him, from getting like a 30 flat or something. I don't know. Yeah, like it's been weird. I think experimenting was a good thing. Like I did it a few weeks ago. A few days ago. Sorry, I ended up like basically just wiping all my Bundesliga, Belgium league players. I was just playing, jogging along. I won a few cards. Like I won a tier 1 Spielers, and he just got completely benched. And I'm just like, I'm just not. I'm not feeling this. Like I just don't have enough here for me to like think about enjoying it. And then next step is like, yeah, do I grow it? Like, do I grow to 3 lineups, 2 lineups, or whatever? I was only just sort of like chugging along on one, barely hit a streak or two. And it's one of them where like I looked at it on my spreadsheet and I was like, I might have to just chop this arm off. Like an arm is going to be chopped off because I'm not enjoying it. And what can I trade that into? And I traded it into a few challenges. Like I traded it into like a Nigran rare in season ready. Because like I've concentrated everything into challenge and Eredivisie. And that's kind of just where my just like my resources have gone into by luck, by having a nice little win in the Dutch comp that one time, which sort of set me up for trying to hit the streaks. I didn't end up hitting that 4th one after. And yeah, it's just one of them where like you've got to trial and error it yourself. You've got to have a feel for it. Like I can't just tell you what, like no one can just tell each other what to play without playing them, And you'll realize then, oh, this is probably not for me. Like, okay, I have basically every classic card you'd want in Belgium, but that's clearly not enough. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I can only play one of them. So it was one of them where like, yeah, I think I spent about £380 on my Belgium stuff. I won 100 and then I traded everything off basically. So I'm definitely down on that 380. I don't know, let's just call it £100 down or whatever. But I'm more than happy to, yeah, take that loss now without like Lasana's been like the worst buy I've made basically. Spent like £100 on him and he's like £10, but he's been like benched, like he's not starting. So
he's been shocking.
Been horrible. Like he's like £10 in or £20 instant buy right now. And I paid 100 for him. So like he's the only one that I've like definitely made like a crazy loss on. The rest I didn't spend over 60 on anyone else. And like those haven't actually really gone down too much to where like, yeah, Lansana's been terrible. And the left have been a bit crap to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. I've definitely made mistakes going into Belgium, but it gets you because it's the first comp, It's the only thing out for like a week or whatever,
The the JPL stuff I was kind of interested. That's like where like we had talked about that the other day. You were just like, I'm done. Like this didn't work. And I was like thinking to myself whether you like the initial thought was like, I wonder if he's just like giving it enough time. And you were like, I'm getting out so that I can actually strengthen where I think I'm actually good. And I was like, that makes total sense, just being able to do that. And I will say like, that's one of the, almost like one of the negatives about playing limited is, and maybe I'm overstating it too much, but it feels like with limited, if you want to do well on the leaderboard, and because it's cheaper, it's like, you got to get to 5% collection bonus or at least 3 and 4. And like, we were talking about it like yesterday, as I'm like plowing into fucking Fenerbahce cards. And I'm just like, if it's much harder to basically just like abandon a plan because you're like, oh, now I have 80 cards to sell instead of 8. And
it's the worst.
Yeah, you're just kind of like stuck. And so not that I'm like looking to get out of anything at this point, but that is like one of the, I guess, risks of limited, that you're just like, because so many cards that I have that I bought for these collections are effectively unsellable. Like I was saying, looking at like the Fenerbahce cards, and I was just like, oh, I can't remember what the number was. It was like 10 or 12 cards that are on the secondary market for less than $1.
Wow.
And I was like, if I want to get out of these cards, I can't. Right. I'm giving them away basically at that point, which is literally what I did last year. But
that does play into, like I did buy a couple of Antwerp players and I vaulted a couple like collection pieces at the start because my two main players was Dan Fowler defender and I had the striker Janssen. So I was like, let me get 2 to 3%, and I ended up buying Thoylan, the backup keeper, who ended up being the first team keeper. So like I've sold him on. I bought him for £4, and he went for like he was part of the trade, but like he's trading for like 10, £20. Like
Mhm.
you just get lucky on some of them. That wasn't like I didn't mean to do that at all. But yeah, that is the tricky one. Like I do have, without me even like caring to look, like I have Antwerp players in my vault that like just they're not well, they're a collection, but there's just no point in having them. Like I've got a couple of them here where what is the point? Because I've got no Belgium cards now.
You may be able to sell those off-site once the Solana thing happens.
Yeah, I've seen that rumor
Yeah.
circling.
I have no idea if that's actually possible or not. Anyway, Behab said, late comment to the super rare unique as I'm multitasking, but it's the balance of winning more money with worse odds of winning. Yeah. When my U heart stack got second against a super rare heart stack, I missed out on an extra 4K.
Yeah, yeah. Like if you don't hit, you're missing out on big dough, basically.
Yeah.
Like
Like
that's
you have to win.
yeah. I've had so many near misses though so far, and it's just brutal in Challenger and La Liga. Like so close to where like not getting it, you're getting 250 essence, and hitting it, you're getting like $400. Like
Yeah.
the turn is insane. Like going from zero to something.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it was. And so, yeah, that's exactly the conversation at that super unique level of, do you want to win more when you win, but you're going to
Right.
win a lot less, like
But
a
you've got
lot
to
less
make sure
frequently.
when you win, you win.
Yeah.
That's like, you've got to make sure like your collection bonuses are all on point. Your team is like kind of unique, but if you're stacking, then like you are running the risk of like, well, B up's done. There's other hard stackers,
Yeah.
so you just part of it unless you pick like the random extra player that scored 100 when nobody expected him to. Like that's when you win. But like doing that is really hard.
For sure.
Really hard, right? Because everyone's picking the same five. Really, maybe not with hearts, but with PSV or name the big stack. It's quite hard to get like a variant that actually does just smash of the five. So yeah, it's tricky, but I've really enjoyed. Like I don't regret going into super rare at all. Really, I've not won anything in Challenger Super Rare yet. La Liga's where all my wins have kind of come from, plus the Eredivisie tiny little win there. But yeah, like I'm geared up now in Challenger to like give it a real go now with like just the amount of variation. I've had one player or one goalkeeper like die basically. So I did have three in seasons. I've only got two now.
Hmm.
So that was a bit of a killer, but that's just part of it. Like you're just taking risks early on. But like I didn't spend £1,000 on a goalie. I spent 150. Like I can, I've taken risks where like if it does just fucking fall, if I fall flat on his face, I'm not like, oh my god, like I can't win that amount, sort of thing. But no, it's been fun. I have enjoyed it. Like I'm glad I didn't get any like massive sweats on. Like I didn't get to it. I got to a fourth streak. Tried to get a fourth streak twice with MLS and Challenger once, but like yeah, I've not managed to get even close to trying to hit a fifth yet. But I bet that buzz is pretty fun, despite obviously not having your 2x and stuff
Did you
anymore.
did you buy any cards for the fourth streak?
Yeah, so I did for my Eredivisie one because I'd finished second in the week before, so I won £1,000. So it was like no brainer, right? Like I was buying the best stacks for that weekend. I don't even think a variation of my four teams would have even won it. Like all my mids just absolutely just sank. Like even like Veerman didn't score well that week, and then the next week I get the go ahead stuff with like the next 2 weeks Veerman scores 100 twice. I captain him twice, and I just eat a couple of DMPs and own goals. So it's just like but yeah, like I'm so set up now in Eredivisie, rare that is to just like have four good lineups every week, and I can I'll just see how that goes. I'm not in D1 in all of them. I maybe just one D1 actually, but that's fun. Like I basically feel like I don't need to buy any Eredivisie cards already. Like I'm done. Like I don't have in season Veermans and stuff, but I have four teams all in season, and then I just rotate the classics around that. Um, so that makes me feel fun. I'm probably done in Challenger as well after getting the Nigo. Like I'll obviously buy cards because I'm just a DGen, but like I don't look at it and go, oh my god, I'm like properly missing this or that. Um, so yeah, like I actually do like I think this little period now I need to just like be quite strict and be like, okay, I'm not really gonna buy anyone for the next 4 or 5 weeks until the next international break and just see where that takes me from like an R like chop down my ROI because I'm like 55% right now, so 45 left to like be evens, and then obviously keep the cards or whatever. So yeah, long way to go still. But yeah, I feel a bit more confident now. I'm a bit more concentrated. Belgium's out of my way, and but now I'm maybe starting Bundesliga. I might be a Bundesliga boy. you know.
So, all right, that's what I wanted. I want to get to that for a second. Are you buying Bundesliga cards already?
I haven't bought any in season. I've just won them. Like I just won that Mittelstadt from Champ,
Oh yeah.
and then on Friday I crafted a Danny Ramage, the keeper, as a tier two. He's only
Wow.
like £50, but like it was a blank. I had a tier two pool. I didn't have any. Did I have any clues? Maybe I had league, and there was two Bundesliga, and I picked one of them, and the other one was Brandt. But yeah, I got that Danny Ramage, and I didn't have a keeper, so I have the bones of a Bundesliga team now, and I haven't spent a penny. I've crafted all of them, bar I bought Echeverry, knowing he was going to get a move somewhere, so I paid £30 for him. And Buonani was at Nice, and he moved to Stuttgart, so I have a little Stuttgart stack with him and Mittelstadt. But yeah, like I've spent like $50 on a Bundesliga rare stack, and I've got like a couple of cards which might turn into a couple of streaks, and obviously Mittelstadt. Like I'm wasting a Mittelstadt basically
Yeah,
at,
yeah,
at
yeah.
this point. That's my worry. But it might allow me to climb up. I might win D3. Like you just don't know, right? Like you could just get lucky and win a D3, and then it sort of sets you off on your Bundesliga journey. I've done the exact same thing in La Liga rare as well. I don't think I've bought one. No, I've crafted one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Crafted 8 La Liga rare cards,
Wow.
like Alexis Sanchez. Nothing crazy. I did craft that Ariza Balaga, so again, got really lucky with the goalkeeper. So like, I'm really happy that I've like worked my way into 2 champ in season lineups, and I'm basically not spent a penny, which is obviously really, really, good, and I'm grateful. Not hit any streaks or anything, but it's given me a little sort of platform to just go, okay, maybe I fancy this now, and maybe I'll put a bit more stock into Bundesliga and La Liga, because like the streaks are more expensive. Like you can win more there, which when I first started buying Sorare 26, I didn't buy any top 4 leagues, so I couldn't really afford to. Plus, well, yeah, I did buy Liga and eventually, but that was the only one similar to you. So it feels nice being able to just compete for those $20 now rather than $10, like for the first streaks.
Yeah.
Doing 2 or 3 of them a week, $60 there if I can manage to hit it between, La Liga, Bundesliga and Liga, and if I was on the 5th streak for all 3. So that makes me happy. Like I'm almost in all the streaks right now apart from Prem. Without spending too much. Like I've just got lucky with a few crafts and a few wins as well. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
I like this. Can we foreshadow Harry saying not buying more challenger cards as being wrong? um, the so it's funny that you went in that direction, because before you started talking about the Bundesliga stuff, I was wondering if you've considered essentially copying your Eredivisie rare cards in limited, because theoretically the scores should, I mean, raw scores are obviously the same. You'll have to,
Right.
you won't have the same XP necessarily, but like if you think the strategy should work in rare, now leaderboard stuff is way different in limited, but from a streak
Right.
perspective, theoretically, if you're confident in your rare stuff, it should work in limited.
I guess it should, yeah. But then yeah, it's like getting the collection bonuses, like again, like what you said, if you're sinking into collection, but like you're gonna need to get 5% really. Even at this stage, I'm miles behind on card XP, never mind collection point. So it's like I'm playing catch up when I just don't think I like want to. Like I just don't see the point in playing catch up at this point.
Yeah.
Like
Which is fair.
I'd rather go from 3% to maybe 4 or 5% on the existing rare in season collect. Like I only have one 5% collection, that's Excelsior. The rest are 3%, and well, yeah, 3%. So yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that at all. I've won a few bits of market credits over the last few days, which to be fair, I've spent a few bits of it, but nothing crazy. So yeah, I'm due like a little flutter somewhere. I don't know whether it's going to be La Liga or Bundesliga. Like that's kind of in my head right now is like, what do I strengthen
Mhm.
first? Yeah.
I'm particularly upset at Sorare now because they just announced this Bundesliga duo competition, trying to
Oh
get
yeah.
people to play Bundesliga, as I bought all my
Right.
cards, which is great but I still need more of them. Like I was like, oh, I'll finish it this week, and now prices are going to skyrocket because people are going to be degenning into Bundesliga limited cards.
I'm just seeing now. Score 380 plus. Your friend wins 50 and you win 10. I want to be the friend.
So I'm Deke's friend. He
Got you.
just he just tricked me into signing up on his. So I get 50 because I bought Bundesliga cards over the break, but I haven't
Right.
played
But you haven't
Bundesliga yet.
played.
Yeah.
No way. Yeah, that's mad. You win 50, they win. Yeah. You have two chances to complete the mission. Interesting.
This is great. Sorry, Deke's DMing right here. He just says he sent me the link and he says, I think you just joined that link based on what I read, and we print. I was like, great, yeah, let's do it. Print, please.
Yeah, let's print. Any more contender buys? That's funny you said that, Dobbs. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, contender, La Liga, and Bundesliga are all in like the same like sort of thing for me. Yeah, like I'm trying. I'm actually on the second streak in contender, maybe. Yeah, but obviously, like I bought that Nishikawa. By the way, all the filters aren't working today. Like they're super slow and like just not working at all.
Great.
So yeah, I can't even see my contender cards. But yeah, no, I've enjoyed just like doing that, like just lucky crafting my way into certain new avenues of my gallery and like having my core. You know, I know I've got everything in Eredivisie I'd won. I've got everything in Challenger where I'd won. Yeah, can I grow La Liga? Can I grow Bundesliga and whatever else? Um, and just yeah, churn bits of streaks every week. Basically, is the hope and goal without obviously spending too much at this point anyway. Because yeah, I'm like I said, I'm looking to recoup at this point.
Hmm. It's funny. Somebody made a comment. I had like decided not to play contender anymore. It was basically wanted my Argentina cards to run out, but I I still don't like. Somebody mentioned the other day that like a Vonnetzek limited was like $40 in season, and I'm like, he's arguably the best player in contender. I mean, maybe
Right.
not definitely, but like he's up there. And if that's the price for one of the best, like, they're gonna suck me back into this.
I mean, you are a contender boy at heart. I
But
can't
but never
disagree with
really
that.
an a European contender boy. That's the thing.
No, no, that's fair. But for a long time, there wasn't many European. Like there was, but like there wasn't many in season contender boys. Like going back, like European ones in season anyway. I could be wrong on that, but like I feel like they just dumped all the classics in there. You know, like the ones that like weren't licensed, like Russia and stuff.
Yeah, but like
You had
I
like
never.
Austria
Well, that's what I was saying. Like I never really bought into Austria and Croatia and
and
Turkey
Scotland.
and Scotland. Yeah, was Turkey ever
Yeah.
contender? Maybe not.
No.
Yeah, I just like never. Yeah,
I
so
mean,
I
it's
was always
fun.
just Argentina and Mexico, and
Right.
now it's like, did you see they're selling 2024 Liga MX
Yeah.
cards
How were they doing that? Surely they were out of season like 10 years ago.
10 years ago? Yeah,
That's what it feels like because the design's so old, isn't it? Right? Like,
so they did have. So those cards did have like an extended in season because of like when they released them. It was like a weird time. So
yeah.
they were in season lineups like for way longer than like technically they should have.
Yeah.
But yeah, that design is just like I think we're two card designs away from that, and yet yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I keep looking at like should I? Yeah, can like I think part of the reason I bought into Bundesliga is so I didn't buy into contender.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just trying to mask the inevitable by
Yeah.
just like buying premium leagues, I guess. But I think, will you slip into it? I don't think you will. No, I think you'll stick to what you've got, like Bundesliga and stuff. I think you'll stick.
I hope so. I hope so.
Ooh, Mikey needs a midfielder.
For making an in-season team for my Mbappe. Such whale problems there.
I know.
Just get
Mikey's
Pedri.
turned. He's a new man these days, Mikey, since his Mbappe win.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't recognize him as
if you get an Mbappe, you just buy Pedri
Yamal.
or Yamal. Yeah, that's what people who have Mbappe do, Mike.
Yeah, Mike, come on, get with it.
Philly Daily said, I'm surprised they're doing this for Bundesliga. General thinking is the Bundesliga is easiest for streaks. Maybe they were like
They need
the
to recoup
five,
the money they've lost.
the five perfect. Yeah, they got to make up for the money. That's exactly what it is.
Of course it is.
They're so far in the red on Bundesliga that they're like, we got to sell these cards. Yeah, I just wish they hadn't done it since I'm like still trying to buy cards, and so
Right.
I mean, like I said, I haven't started yet, so it's not like I am necessarily trying to buy Kane or Kimmich or anything, but they're not making it any easier.
No, like I do have a real good mind to like this. The issue is like this middle stat, for example, like he's literally like the best defender right now you could buy, like in Bundesliga. Never, well, champ, never mind Bundesliga. And it's like, do I really need that? Like, yeah, it's just a tough one because I could easily go get, someone else and then turn that into a midfielder as well or whatever. Like, does my team really need a middle stat from day one? No, but then it's like 3-4 weeks down the line when I'm on streak three, I'll be like, oh, I wish I had that middle stat,
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's definitely the problem I'm gonna face, I think. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what to do. Because if I sell that card for £400, like that's a good chunk of my that's 10% of what I spent, That's the issue. Whereas like that then looks really good on my spreadsheet. But I haven't even
That's
added
the
any
only
of the
reason we
Bundesliga.
play, to make the
I know.
spreadsheet look better.
But the thing is, I can make not it's too easy, but like it's too easy to like not falsify it. But like I don't even have Bundesliga on my spreadsheet right now, so I'd have to like I can add them all in or whatever, and if I sell them, I can take that away. But it's just like I don't know. I'm just stat padding basically. Like I can just stat pad too easily, and it's just a bit annoying. Dobbsy missed it. Oh, did you really, Dobbsy? I didn't know that.
What'd you win that from? Champ?
Champ, I came fourth in Champ. The winner won Mbappe. I don't know what second and third won, but yeah, couldn't believe I got him for fourth really,
Yeah.
which was great.
That is a pretty significant chunk of change, though.
It is. But then I go, well, I might as well just sell all my bund. At that point, I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah.
I might as well just sell everything. Not that the rest would even come to that much, apart from Ramage maybe for £50. Oh yeah, he's £36.
I love that Harry can't do a promo for spreadsheet reasons.
I can't do anything. I'm so like locked. Like I can't do anything basically. It's so annoying.
I'm going to admit, I have absolutely no idea what I have spent on Sorare 26. And I'm pretty certain I'm not making a spreadsheet for it.
No, there's no point at this stage. Like I've stopped doing I was like tracking all my essence. I kind of just stopped. I couldn't be
It's
bothered.
impossible.
Yeah, like I can't be bothered. Like I could have done it, but like it's all the midweeks, and I'm just like, it's just too much of a headache. Like who cares how much essence I've won? Really, like I don't really care either. It was nice to see like my the vault bonus and stuff. There's some cool things about it. I guess like the cash you can win from that and whatever. But yeah, I've just simplified at this point. Like I just can't be bothered doing all that stuff. It's not worth it.
So I'm just not interested in seeing how deep I am.
Fine, yeah.
Like I don't.
Yeah, it does put pressure for sure.
That's what it is. There's a pressure of like, oh, I've spent $3,000 on these cards,
Right.
and maybe I have. I don't know. Like basically from, I would even call it January. Well, no, because I bought. Maybe let's call it March.
Yeah.
From March on, I did bought very, very little, and I had some success. Like I had some
Right.
good finishes, and I just accumulating, thinking I was going to spend it on Sorare 26. Like I didn't talk about this that much, but like I really didn't. Like, but I also didn't talk about it because I wasn't convinced I was going to spend it on Sorare 26. Like I didn't want to do all this content and be like, I saved $5,000 and here's how I'm spending it, when I know I've withdrawn some and sent it to other sites and stuff and to play other games. And like Dobbsy said, I withdrew $50 for FIFA. Yeah. Like I think that's the way I started thinking about it. But at the same time, I knew what was in my wallet, like how much I had.
Right.
And so it's like, all right, I don't necessarily think everything that I left in my wallet was going to be my budget, but let's see. I currently have 38 cents in my cash wallet. So obviously I blew through the cash, but I take all my winnings in ETH anyway. But I just, I don't know. It's the same thing with like the essence, where I had like all this essence saved up, And it felt like what was, I think the way that I think about it now is just the way that I play Sorare of when I buy a card, that's it. I don't care what the value is, even though I'm like, I'll complain about spending $50 on 2 Kendry Paez cards that now I can probably get for $5 for 2. But I buy cards to win from them. And so like once I win, then I'll figure out, to be honest, I'm not even sure I will figure it out. I just like,
no, I don't think you will.
Yeah, I'm at a point now where I want to win enough so that I can keep playing. So like if I can get to March, hopefully it's not even March, but hopefully at some point I get to a level where I'm like, I have the cards I want to keep playing with, and hopefully I can just accumulate from those cards. And if I have to add, if I'm on the 4th or 5th streak somewhere and I need to get Harry Kane, maybe I'll do it. But ideally it's cheaper at that point. But I don't know. It's weird how like I've gone from just like everyone else, very concerned about what my cards were worth. I feel like I stopped caring what my cards were worth earlier than others. And that's not to like pat myself on the back. I think it's just, I just recognized that I was like, all right, we buy cards to win cash. And so whatever, like if the value goes down, I'm not selling them because then I can't win cash because I don't have the cards anymore. And so, but now like even just the keeping track of it all, I just don't, it's just not part of the fun for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't be tracking it had I not started a series basically tracking it. Like I genuinely wouldn't. Like I've never been too much of a tracker really. I just go off enjoying my week. I enjoy the weekend. I enjoy making the teams and lineups and whatever. What's meant to be is meant to be. There is elements of fun, but it's so like because like I'm winning cards through classic cards. Well, I bought them 10 years ago. Like it's just too much. That's why I've like just stuck my spreadsheet on like I'm just speaking about my in-season Sorare 26 cards, and like but it's tricky, right? Like should I put Middlestat on there if I sell it because I won him with classic cards?
Right.
I shouldn't really.
So
that's the issue,
I forget what contest it was. I
I'll
think
just
it
sort
might have
out
been
baby trades 2 seconds.
Yeah. I think it was a contender competition that, I know this sounds shocking, I had a really good finish with River Plate. It was either River Plate or maybe it was a Racing one. But I was like looking at how much I spent and I was like, wow, I really didn't spend that much on those cards. Like by the time I finally got like an Arias, maybe it was even a Cambeses lineup. Those are the goalies. But like the cost of the cards that I used was not that high. But then I looked and I was like, oh wait, I have a Cecilia classic in there. And I probably spent like $1 million on that rare Cecilia. And it was like, okay, do I count the amount that I spent for the in-season cards to win that in-season money? Do I include the Cecilia? And I kind of also made this point when I started Sorare 26 that I was like, if I'm going to do the accounting part of it, I'm only going to count the card, like the in-season cards that I bought. Everything that was in the past, like I've already spent that money. I've probably made plenty from like the Cecilia cards I had. Probably not the second one that I bought, but anyway, that's a different story. But I was just like, either this lineup cost me $200 and I won 1,000, or it cost me $3,000 because if I count that Cecilia I bought 3 years ago, which I probably bought with money that I sold like a Carlos Vela rare card for $10,000, and I was just like, it got to the point where even the spreadsheet didn't make sense because it was like, I was coming up with all these rules, and finally I was like, I don't want to. I wasn't playing Sorare to like get better at spreadsheets, and like that's what it felt. I was spending more time trying to figure out the way to make my spreadsheet either look good or look accurate. And I was like, I should just be like scouting cards here or like looking for players to add. And I just, it never made sense. And like Yippee says, I track all essence, but like Yippee is like an essence and arena nut. Like, and it just it's gotten to the point where, and I don't want this to come off like I don't care what I spend, because I absolutely do. But like I had money in my wallet. That's what I could spend.
It was being spent. Like,
yeah. Well, it's not even being spent. Like I really haven't spent like it's not like I'm at towards the end of my wallet. I mean, I'm towards the end of my cash wallet. But also like I took all of my winnings in ETH. Like the only way I have cash on the site is selling cards. It's the only way. And and so being able to just basically play with the money that, again, all the ETH I have on the site is winnings. or I
Right.
guess maybe I sold a card in ETH, who knows? But just I'm not going to do any sort of accounting until I win something. If I don't win anything, then like I know I had a bad season, and it's like, all right, we move on, and maybe I don't spend as much next year, or I hold on to my wallet. Like I don't know, but it just doesn't. The spreadsheet part of it is it's just gone for me, I think.
No, I do feel you on that for sure. Moving over to Arena, do you think you were wrong on your Arena analysis over All Star, or do you think at the time it made sense, or do you think Arena's evolved, or a combination of everything?
I I will say I was wrong, just because of the way that I've played Arena since. I think the reason I was so pro Arena at the time is because the European leagues weren't active, and so I didn't have that many cards.
Yeah.
And it's just weird because I was like, why would you play All Star with 7 cards when you can play Arena with 5, and you
Right.
get so many more Arena lineups? And to be honest, once the European leagues came back and I had all of these cards to get in lineups, it was almost like a relief to have lineups with 7, because I was like, okay, that's 7 cards accounted for.
Yeah.
And I do still play Arena. I will say the biggest problem that I have, and I should have foreseen this as well, is I think, and I know Yippee Kai agrees with this, I think late Arena is the optimal way to play. And I can't be bothered with it. So like I made a River Plate Arena lineup last game week. Like it was on my screen. I was ready to hit submit, and I was like,
Yeah.
it was 5 River Plate players. And I was like, there's no reason for me to submit this lineup now without knowing the lineup.
Of course.
Like
Yeah.
just enter when I know the lineup, and I'll do it. And I remember getting the Sofa Score notification that the River Plate lineup was out. Did not think at all about putting in that Arena lineup. Like I was in the middle of something,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
just was like, I'm not going to do it. They ended up losing anyway. I would have finished dead last in this late Arena anyway. But it was just it emphasized why I didn't want to do late swap, because that exact situation where I was like, oh, let me check the River Plate lineup and then I can go to my lineup. And it was just like, I didn't want to be bothered with that. And the late Arena, like I don't like the availability of eliminating DNPs and not taking advantage of it. And
Yeah.
yet the way that I've responded to it is just not to play.
Yeah, I mean, no, I completely agree with you. There is only one way, really, if you want to give yourself the best chance, and it's basically what Yippee does, and just spends all weekend with his missus in his ear saying, "Why are you on the computer farming 50,000 essence?" And he shows you, "Well, I just won a Declan Rice, Ballon d'Or or whatever," and maybe she shuts up for a couple of minutes, but it's tough. Like it's tough to get that time to do it all, and you've got to set it out, and you've basically kind of got to have like full stacks of teams. From what I've seen him do, like he's got 5 players from the same team every time, same country. You know what I'm saying? Like 5 Portugal players, 5 Ireland players, 5 whatever players, especially for club football as well. And that seems to be the play for the most part. But like you said, yeah, it's very time sensitive, which I'm not against if I have the time. I just don't really have the stacks, to be honest. So I'm like, I know I'm going up against things where, yeah, you've got to, and fair play to you. Like there is definitely something in it. I can see it. It works clearly.
Not easy when you have a family. The biggest
Exactly,
problem I
yeah.
have with it, and because I think that strategy is right, and the only reason that strategy is right is because everyone's playing, which like goes back to our biggest problem with the whole game, that like
Yeah.
we are so many lineups are being submitted where we just have no clue if they're going to play. And so you're basically killing your time in different places just to ensure you have 5 people who play. And it could be a suboptimal lineup, but you're like, I know these motherfuckers are going to play.
Yeah.
So they're going in my lineup.
I completely agree with what Philly Dilly said there above. He said he's very disappointed in how Arena has developed. I can't really, I'm fully on board with that as well.
What do you mean
Like
developed?
nothing.
It hasn't developed at all.
Well, yeah,
I know that was the point.
I know, but like, there's just
Totally
like
agree.
nothing's changed.
Like
we should have had an under 23 one. We should have had a Prem one. We should have had all of them, really.
The fact that the only changes have basically
The
been
essence
like
amount.
spend more essence to
Right.
win more, And it's just like, that's not what we were asking for.
Yeah, we want
So I think
like
I paused up a little
we
bit there.
want requirements to change as far as like clubs and leagues and under 23s and not like what you can win prize wise. So yeah, I definitely think they've dropped the ball on that personally. You know, they might be in the works and stuff, but I really thought it would have been, you know, quite concrete at this point. They obviously spoke about the play stuff where you can like make them up yourself, which is yeah, obviously going to be way down the line if we can't even see under 23 arenas and stuff.
I'm just like
Yeah.
looking at this, like Arena 26, Arena Elite, Arena Uncapped, Arena. Like nobody's asking for this.
Not really, no. Like it just is yeah, like
Is this
the
cash or is
26
this
yeah, no. It's just
no?
40%. The difference between yeah, Elite 26 and not 26 is you have to play all in season cards and it's the only benefit is you get 20% extra chance of a golden. So like it's 40% of a golden, not 20. It's just like what are we doing? Like we're just making it complicated for no reason, I think. Yeah, I agree with you, Mikey. They've applied a financial model to Arena rather than a gameplay one. It seems that way. Like we want flexibility. We want sort of, you know, that side of things, right? Knowing how many cards are in the ether and being played and being not wasted, but yeah, in some ways wasted. Like I know this goes into like they've changed the financial thing, but just give us arenas with like it costs you 25 essence to get in, just so I can just play my cards everywhere. You know, like I'm not too bothered about what I can win. Really, like obviously it's nice, but I'd rather be able to just fit all my cards into 25 entry arenas and win 100 max or whatever, knowing that like they'll gain XP and they're being
Mhm.
played, and you know, I'd rather that than like just put out 5 normal arenas and spend 500 essence on. You know, I'm only using 25 cards there. You know, like I just feel like I have so many cards being wasted every weekend. I'm not saying that's everyone's situation, but a lot of people have cards being wasted every weekend.
Yeah.
Fact.
Ryan said, I didn't even know there were 4 types of arenas and I set lineups twice a week. The, I
There aren't
think,
normally, to be fair.
what's that?
Like, there's only 2 arenas normally.
Right.
This is just for international, but yeah.
Yeah. I think so. That's the other thing that I end up having a problem with is that on Friday,
Hmm.
I hold cards out to play later in arena.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I can't play this goalie because he has an L15 of 46. And so I'm going to play him late when I get the River Plate lineup. And I end up having a ton of cards that are just unplayed because I don't go back and play.
Hmm.
And the, I love this line. I want to be able to play an arena on a Friday, get the essence if you win, and then play
Yeah.
on Saturday and win.
Yeah, I agree. No reason. If everyone played, there's no reason why that shouldn't pay out, I don't think.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
just
like if ev
daily arena.
yeah, daily arena basically, yeah.
Like I would argue that more people want daily arena than they want arena elite 20, whatever
Oh,
we're calling it.
100%. But like, what if you have a player that plays on the Sunday? How would you? Are you just saying like I'm not even allowed to use that player because he doesn't fall into the daily?
Yeah, you use them on a
Yeah, yeah,
Sunday.
yeah. Fine.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
So you need to have, you need to have a full Sunday lineup,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
which goes back to the whole the huge advantage of having stacks.
Right. Yeah. Massively.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree. I would argue that that's like the biggest disappointment from because I felt like a lot of my enthusiasm for arena before the
Hmm.
season was just that. Oh, my
Interesting.
League Un cards, like I can't play in Champ anymore, but like, oh, I can play them in League Un Arena.
Yeah.
And it's like that just doesn't exist.
That was the biggest thing. One of people who just played Prem was like, where do I play my
Yes,
Prem cards? You know,
yes,
like
yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
up against so many guys in Champ, and like, yeah, you are. Or you play Arena and you're up against everyone. So, you know, where we should have a Prem Arena, right? Like, yeah, I don't know. That one's one of the bigger disappointments I think so far that we've seen. But yeah, hopefully maybe January time. You know, who knows? There might be a little iteration. I'm just yeah guessing and hoping I guess there. But yeah, other than that, I can't think of what else really that's like yeah that we had an opinion on and it was completely wrong or even right. To be honest, what have we missed anything?
No, I'm going to double down on this things we didn't
Oh
realize
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So the announcement today about how they're going to offer more options of like, do you want to win cash or
Oh yeah, yeah,
essence
yeah.
and stuff like that? So I had no idea, or so the announcement today was like, um, if you choose essence instead of cash in like a prem competition, you get prem essence,
Yeah.
which is different than what happens right now. And I had no idea. Like I I specifically did not choose essence over cash in MLS because I didn't want more MLS essence. But the announcement today was like, no, now you'll get the equivalent of now you'll get MLS essence instead of All-Star. And I had no idea it was All-Star essence this whole time. And obviously that's on me. I just didn't read the rules. But like there was no thought of me that I was like, if I hit a streak in MLS and they were like, would you like $3 or 1,000 essence?
Oh,
It was not just MLS essence.
Got you. I thought you meant the actual leaderboard cash in, La Liga wasn't La Liga essence. Clearly that is. Yeah,
No. Yeah, just well,
you're on about like the choice, basically.
The choice.
Like,
yeah.
yeah. Well, wow, I didn't know that.
Like, had I known it was All-Star, I would have taken the essence the whole time. It's funny,
That's
Ryan
crazy.
said, have you ever taken essence over cash? Because of credits, I've taken cash every single time. I have I wanted to take essence. So I took essence maybe for the League Un one.
Yeah.
I took the essence instead of the cash because like this sounds very like arrogant, but like three more dollars in my wallet's not going to do a whole lot. It'll actually quintuple the amount that I have in my wallet right now. Like the first streak choice. Like I took the League On Essence because I was like, at some point I'm going to craft. I want League On, but like I said no to the MLS. What I thought was MLS Essence, but apparently was All Star, which like could still be.
It's
MLS.
good for MLS. It's probably a good thing for that comp.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Obviously, said I did take the essence twice, and once I roughly made the same as cash, and the other was utter waste. What's utter waste? What's funny is I never even. It's not like I took the 1,000 essence and crafted. I just took it and sat on it.
Laird, Kendry Pires was named the best young player of League One in September.
I saw that, and I was like, that clearly not a rare award because he was absolutely awful.
I feel like
they just run out of young players in League One if he's winning this. I mean, look at these. Yeah, scores. I mean, what are we doing? Possible?
That's actually insane. Like, actually, kind of wild.
Actually, let me
just do Strasbourg. Yeah.
Here we go.
Or even 1 goal, 4 bench appearances, and 3 starts. Like, there's no way I mean, Fatty should win it, right? Unless we're just not calling Fatty young anymore, even though he's 22.
Maybe he's not. Yeah, maybe he's too old now.
Maybe.
Like he did better in one game than. I guess one of the games was one of his good games was in the Champions League. But
well, he is really cheap now, Pires.
It's crazy, yeah. I just realized Bayern Dortmund this weekend. What a weekend for them to do the new Bundesliga.
Yeah.
How shit were the other young French players in September? Yeah, that's exactly. It must have been terrible.
Well, Doué was injured, but they're all just injured.
Yeah. Hogsberg was injured. Dar is now injured. That's funny. I'm trying to think of who even can we
I'm trying to think of like super young ones. Like if we're talking like 18 and below, maybe, or 19 and below.
Let's do 20 and below and see.
Yeah.
Penders. Oh, Fernandez Pardo should have won.
Yeah, he's been way better. Yeah.
He absolutely should have won it.
Rissa. Yeah, Fofana's been good, I guess, but not insane.
Yeah, not. Boadi plays, but that's about it. Yeah. Fernandez Pardo absolutely robbed of this reward. Or this award, excuse me. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole list.
I mean, there's not many in fairness, is there?
And yet, there's not many, and yet Kendry Pires not remotely close to the top.
Yeah, that's insane. Unless there is a thing where, like, you've got to be under 18 or something. Like, because he's a bit older, isn't he? He's probably like 19, 20.
20.
Yeah, 20. So, I don't know. Maybe there's like a teen, I don't know, teen thing.
Was it French and Ligue 1 or just Ligue 1? Oh.
I mean, he's not French.
Oh, he's not French, right? He's English?
Yeah. No, he's like, not Peruvian. He's from Ecuador or something.
Really?
He's from somewhere like funky, yeah. Definitely South America.
Did I miss him already?
Yeah, Ecuador.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Baby trades.
Yeah, agreed. Ryan rigged. I don't know. I can't think of anything else that I was like drastically wrong on.
No, nothing to do with that. But as far as like what surprised me is like the international breaks have been like the best they've ever been. As just like a little side note, I'd say,
Because
just
of the
because of the
mission.
credits. Yeah, yeah,
I think for as disappointing as the arenas have been, missions have been very good. The only thing that I'm surprised we haven't seen yet. Now it's October 14th. It's not like it's January, so there are plenty of things that they said that they were going to do that they haven't yet. But also, it really hasn't been that long. But
yeah,
the two things I can think of: one, they've done nothing for like a vault competition,
yeah. Correct.
and maybe this kind of goes into it. Like MLB, when they started talking about missions, MLB has like a ton of vault missions. So like
Right.
you can only use cards from your vault,
Yeah.
and we haven't seen any of that in football yet.
Yeah, I do feel like it's been neglected to a point. Well, for sure, definitely like the vault has in general, I would say. Yeah, no, I can't disagree with you there at all on that one. Um, have I ever called baby trays outside of the house? Mike, I don't leave the house, so I don't even get a chance to say unless you like. We do have a little balcony, so yeah, maybe I've called in baby trays on the balcony, but yeah, no, probably not outside the house.
Dopsy said, I just wish missions allowed vaulted cards. I have so many red X's that somehow turn up for internationals. I
Yeah.
realized that the other day. I was looking for my Tom Hay super rare. And I was like, where the
Where
hell
was
did that
he?
card go? And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I vaulted it. Oh, well.
Of course, yeah. I've done, mate. Lafise, he scored like 100 the first game. I was like, "Where's my Lafise?" He's like, I've got like a 1 of 100. I've got a super rare. Obviously, I vaulted him. Yeah, which I'm a bit annoyed about, but yeah.
Actually, the last super rare I vaulted.
Oh wow, big Tom. Didn't think he did too much anyway, did he?
No,
That's one thing I should do is probably just scan through my vaulted cards and just be like, who's playing well, and just probably nobody, but
I bet.
you know,
Can I do it? Oh, they don't have like the
like
score filter.
I tell you a funky one. I've got Tadic in there, and they have a game this. It could be this, like game week 19.
Yeah,
I'm
Champions
pretty
League.
sure. Yeah, and they're at home, and I'm like, do I get rid of my Tadic? Um, or do I unvault my Tadic? But then I think I lose 20. Oh, maybe only 2 points. Oh, I might as well then. Yeah, bring him back from the dead.
What is this? Anyway, I
It's
had no
funny,
idea
you
this.
know. Had I
Yours
not
came
done this,
back.
I didn't even realize I had Maro Jr. in my flipping vault, super rare. Like he was injured for a bit,
Hmm.
and I lose 50 points if I get rid of it. That's yeah. There is a score bar, isn't there, Yippee?
Got 100 plus cards in my limited vault, all double useless now. uh, oh well.
I was gonna look through my rares to see if there's any. I'm telling you, these filters aren't working very good at all today.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle bust. I don't know if I vaulted my Tadic.
You didn't.
I don't know. Let me see. Oh, let's go.
Nice, that's fun.
What do we think I spent on this card?
Oh, it's like 4 grand, isn't it?
You think so?
Probably something close to that. Nah, like 2 grand. You wouldn't have spent 4. 1 point something, 1.7. Wow, I was smack bang in the middle.
It was over 2 ETH.
That's
ETH was
insane.
low, yeah.
I miss those ETH days.
The good news is that I won at least $30 worth of rewards with that card over the years. So
Oh, unbelievable.
I should have listened to Ryan. That's not so
100%.
You paid half of Black Red Lion. What a deal.
I still remember you brought up, was it Neps Lewandowski a few weeks ago where like it changed hands like 5 times and it was like 2 grand, 1.5 grand, three, like it was just like
I don't know
crazy
if it was
amounts of
that one.
money.
I thought I was swore he still had
He
his.
might have it, but like I'm saying, it changed
Oh,
hands
before
before
him.
him. Yeah, like there was like 4 different transactions, all above 1,000. It was just like wow.
Of course, we're gonna look.
Baby trades. Come here. Baby trades.
Let's see.
Hey, mister.
1,400, 1,600, 1,300, 2,500.
That is just crazy to me.
Genuinely crazy. What's he go for now? The last Lewandowski Classic Limited went for $4.91.
Wow.
Now, maybe people really like the honeycomb one, and the last one of those was this one went for $7.81.
Oh, we've come so far.
Speaking of things we got wrong, woo!
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I luckily never got involved in those limited too much. I think I did. I did a little bit once, I think, but it wasn't to the point where, yeah, I was just spending crazy money on them. I don't know. I just maybe because I've just been scarred by that scenario. I just don't want to ever touch them, type of thing. Not to say that like that's gonna ever happen again, but you know what I mean. Like I've just always just wiped it from my head. Like just don't bother with it. You know, like from that point on. So. Yeah, maybe there's an element of that. Maybe I need to grow out of because people are winning 5 grand with limiteds these days. You know, I'm stuck in my old ways.
I will say that. So I'm starting the Bundesliga. I don't even know what like the top. What is the top one? $1,000 now. That's still pretty good.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
no,
would be
that is
willing to
really
win
good.
$1,000
Yeah, no, you would.
if I could do that in Bundesliga and Challenger. I think I would consider the season a success, whether I do a spreadsheet or not.
Right. It's just so depressing to me. I'm on nothing above a second streak for this upcoming weekend. I'm just
Oh, same. Nothing.
literally nothing.
MLS is one of the ones that I'm going for the second streak. Like, great.
But it's kind of wild. Like your screen there doesn't look too dissimilar to like what you could win in rare. You know, like I've just got 10s and 20s where I'm at. Like I haven't got nothing above 20. It's just like. I know it's the first streak, but still, I don't know. It just feels like you wouldn't know the difference. Like if I'm like a newcomer, I'm just like, well, I'll just play limited. Like,
Yeah.
You know, I know the bigger numbers get bigger, but I don't know. It's just weird.
What's the top? So Prem is $4,000 for rare.
Yeah, that does feel chunky.
Contenders $2,000.
I just love to have like just a sweat of just even like planning to try and win it. Like I don't even care about, you know, like it was fun trying to hit that fourth streak for Eredivisie, and that was only at the time $800. It'd be 400 now, but yeah, going for that fifth streak, like that'd be some buzz in any of the comps. But like knowing like I'd get to it in like the weakest like thing I've got, like I don't know, Bundesliga. So I'm just like, I'm not spending 2 grand to try and win 4 grand. Like
Yeah.
that would just kill me. Whereas like if it happened in Eredivisie again, great. Same for Challenger. Like I think I could give it a good go on any specific week. Thoughts on like skipping a week? Like is that like before did you think oh that would be like so stupid, or are you like, or like yeah, what did you think before? What do you think now?
I think you absolutely should do it. Like
Yeah.
losing a streak just seems so bad now if you're kind of
Right.
like higher up that it's just not worth it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm literally on the first Challenger streak, and all of my because I bought Primera Liga cards, they're off this week, and I still bought cards just to play, which I was just like, oh, I should just wait. I just
Yeah. I get it. It's tough to wait. Well, yeah, it's tough to skipping's yeah, it makes sense I think from maybe 3 onwards. I'd say like if you're like going for the fourth. Otherwise, what's the point? Like if you're skipping out on like 2s and 3s, it's like what are you even playing for? Like you know,
yeah.
yeah, there's just no point even being here if you're going to skip out on like the really low ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You got anything else?
Not really. I've not really got many rewards coming, which is sad. 300 essence for me.
I'm not even sure I have that much. Do have a good relegation though.
Do you? Oh yeah, yeah. Rivers. Well, redeem yourself this midweek. Have you got lineups out?
I have one.
Nice.
Literally one. I won 105 essence, and I hit the first MLS streak.
Oh yeah.
And I got relegated twice in Division 1 in Rare, once in Limited. I even got relegated from Division 2 Limited All-Star.
Yeah, that's when that happens.
This is my lineup for the midweek. Sanfrecce, defensive stack. I'll play Friday morning for me. Bruno, Çalhanoğlu, Hakimi, and
It's a really
Felipe.
HG. Yeah, I mean that's as good as you can really get, I'd say, for like the matchups and stuff.
I put it in Division 2 to try to get back to Division 1 for this weekend.
And now you'll get relegated to 3.
Probably, yeah. Yeah. When Hakimi and Bruno don't play.
Yeah. Turkey have a really important game. Hakimi, though, yeah, that I'm worried about that. I've got a couple of Moroccans.
Actually, you know what? It'll be Felipe because it's China. Who knows?
Yeah.
China on a Friday, no less. When I set a lineup on Tuesday.
China on a Friday.
So dumb. So dumb.
Oh, they're doing the 2-for-1 lead for the Bundesliga. Like you buy a card and you get a free card, or like 10.
Oh, great! After I bought on. Well, yeah. Again, I need to buy cards, and now they're pushing the price.
Maybe you can sell.
I don't think people don't buy secondary market cards.
Laird, I've got a rotation right. You ready? Everyone said Pedri wouldn't start today. Everyone, even Marsa. And I thought he wouldn't either. So I played him instead. I still played him, but I chose to rotate Kabasi, and he is on the bench.
Let's go.
I got the Spanish situ right, which is fun, I guess. Grimaldo starts, which is kind of cool. If anyone has a Grimaldo.
Literally just put a bid on Grimaldo. How about that?
Wow. Nice. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Wales under 19s or 21s lost 7-0 to Belgium a few days ago. Yeah, like Pender's in goal, Diego Moreira. Like they have the craziest under 21 team ever. Like Smet's captain, Spielers, Sabe, Stassin up front. Stassin scored like 5. Arthur Veerman plays midfield. It's like the crazy Veerman, it's a crazy team. Like it's insane. Probably worth easy over 100 mil. Easy. Pender's alone's probably worth 50, isn't he? Like it's crazy, honestly. And they're playing again now against Denmark. It just came to my mind, but they battered Wales. Which
What's it? Under 21s?
I think it was under 21s. Yeah. Wow. I think it was 7-0 away as well for Belgium. Yeah.
Well, you'll get
they
them next
lost 7-0. They did have a red card at the 60th, mind Wales. So whatever. Yeah.
Well, you get them next time.
We'll get them next time, won't we? Won't we? Baby trades. Baby trades. His 2 little teethers are coming through.
Oof, good luck. Need the choppers, though. All right. I think that's all we got for today. Oh, I'm going to outbid me on Grimaldo already.
No.
I just paid $10. I bid $10 more than the last sale, and I already got it.
Yeah, you're going to get stung by the...
Here they come. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for coming. If you were here live, much appreciated because you are either a member of Harry's YouTube channel or the Laird Social Club. And so it's much appreciated for everybody who has been a member there. For those of you who are watching this back, you can become a member if you'd like on both. Links in the description. Much appreciated. Help support all the So Rare content creators out there. The more you guys support us, the more content we can make. Very simple like that. And the more of that, less spreadsheets. And nobody wants more spreadsheets. Do that. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for coming. Harry, good to see you. And to everybody, don't follow Harry. Make sure you get outside.